It's often said that the future of cryptocurrency is multi-chain, but so far, all we've seen is a bunch of bridges between different blockchains that cost a lot of time and money to use. Cosmos is a cryptocurrency project that's aiming to create a multi-chain future that's fast, affordable, user-friendly, and truly interoperable. Today, I'm going to give you a brief breakdown of Cosmos, bring you up to speed on some of the project's most important updates, and tell you why its Atom coin could soon go interstellar. Before we break out the blockchains, there's something I need to disclaim. If you're here looking for financial advice, I'm afraid your search is in vain. That's because education and entertainment are the only things this video contains. Please contact a financial advisor if money is what you're trying to obtain. Note that I do hold Atom in case that question is kicking around your brain. Even so, I'll do my best to be objective as I explain. Now, if you're new around these parts, my name is Guy and crypto wisdom is what I impart. I do this by creating high-quality crypto content that will make you smart. Coins, tokens, news, reviews, and all those crazy lines seen on price charts. If you're a fan of this kind of stuff, subscribing to the channel and pinging the notification bell is a good start. If you're short on time, you can use the timestamps below to skip ahead to any interesting topics you find. If you can watch until the end, that would be prime. That's all you need to know from my side. Let's see why Cosmos could be ready to fly. If you've never heard of Cosmos before, here's what you need to know. Cosmos was founded by Jay Kwon and Ethan Buchanan in 2014. Cosmos was built by Tendermint Inc., a for-profit software company based in the United States. Cosmos's development is coordinated by the Interchain Foundation, a non-profit based in Switzerland. Cosmos raised $17 million across 3 token sales in 2017. The Cosmos mainnet went live in March 2019 and has not had a security issue since its launch. This is because the Cosmos blockchain uses a novel proof-of-stake consensus mechanism invented by its founders called Tendermint, which is very fast and very secure. The trade-off is centralization, since Tendermint chains are limited to around 130 validators, with Cosmos itself having just 150 validators. Atom is the native coin of the Cosmos blockchain, and it is used for staking, governance, and to pay for transaction fees. Atom's staking rewards are between 14 to 15% per year for both delegators and validators, respectively. There is no minimum stake, but there is a 21-day lockup period. Validators must also stake enough Atom to make it into the top 150, and any misbehaving validators will see their stakes slashed. As for governance, a minimum of 512 Atom coins must be locked up to table a proposal. At least 40% of all the Atom being staked must participate in the vote, with at least 50% of participating Atom voting in favor and less than 33.4% of participating Atom voting against. The Atom in any proposals that fail to reach the minimum amount of Atom within a 2-week period or get rejected during the voting period are burned. Cosmos staking and governance can be accessed using the Kepler wallet, which exists as a web wallet, browser extension wallet, and even as a mobile app for both Android and iOS devices. In addition to Cosmos, the Kepler wallet supports over 16 cryptocurrencies whose blockchains were built using the Cosmos SDK, a developer tool created by Tendermint Inc., which lets you easily build fast and secure cryptocurrencies from scratch. Over 50 cryptocurrencies and counting were built using the Cosmos SDK, including Binance Coin, Terra, Crypto.com Coin, and Thorchain. Because all these cryptocurrencies use the same consensus mechanism, they are seamlessly interoperable, meaning that you can transfer coins and tokens between them in seconds for a fraction of a cent. This is possible because of Cosmos's Inter-Blockchain Communication Protocol, or IBC, which serves as a sort of interoperability standard that's compatible with not just Cosmos-based blockchains, but any proof-of-stake cryptocurrency with fast finality, such as Solana and Polkadot. If you have no idea what fast finality means, I strongly suggest checking out my video about the fastest cryptocurrencies, and you can find it up there in the top right. Anyways, it's been a few months since I last covered Cosmos, and it's fair to say that a lot has happened since then. In mid-October, Cosmos announced a partnership with a blockchain gaming company called Forte. This will see Cosmos's Atom coin integrated into the Forte wallet and open the door to any games which want to run their own Cosmos-based blockchains for NFTs. Cosmos also announced a new cryptocurrency called Sagan, which will serve as a live testnet for upcoming Cosmos upgrades, akin to what Kusama is for Polkadot. At the end of October, Terra integrated IBC, bringing its decentralized stablecoins to other blockchains with IBC integrations. A Malaysian bank also announced that it would be leveraging Cosmos's tech as part of its operations, thanks to a partnership with an enterprise-oriented Cosmos project called IrisNet. Another big October announcement was Osmosis's $21 million crypto VC raise. For those who don't know, Osmosis is the biggest DEX in the Cosmos ecosystem and currently holds over $1.2 billion in total value locked. In early November, Forte announced a massive $725 million raise, which included investors such as Andreessen Horowitz, Animoca Brands, and even Warner Music Group. Cosmos also began the Vega upgrade, which was completed in December. Vega introduced new features to Cosmos, such as transaction fee delegation, as well as a few performance optimizations. In mid-November, a Cosmos project called Persistence raised $10 million from various crypto VCs, including 3 Arrows Capital, Galaxy Digital, Coinbase Ventures, Kraken Ventures, and Alameda Research, which is closely associated with the FTX exchange. In mid-December, Cosmos announced the completion of the highly anticipated Gravity Bridge, making it possible for Cosmos-based blockchains to seamlessly interoperate with Ethereum. Note that the Gravity Bridge has yet to be connected to any Cosmos chains, but it looks like the first one will be Osmosis. A Cosmos project called Sentinel also launched its latest decentralized VPN mobile app, making it possible to earn crypto by sharing bandwidth or pay for decentralized VPN services using Fiat or Sentinel's native DVPN coin. At the end of December, Cosmos announced the winners of its $1 million hackathon, and there are 3 worth pointing out. The first is a wallet called evmos.me, which makes it possible to use MetaMask and Kepler with Evmos, an upcoming Cosmos project that leverages the Ethereum virtual machine for smart contracts. The second is an interchain feature called Cosmos Omnibus, which makes it possible for validators on Cosmos-based blockchains to deploy their nodes on Akash network, a decentralized storage Cosmos project. The third is a decentralized application called NimDrive, which is essentially a decentralized cloud storage platform like Google Drive or Dropbox built on Nim, another decentralized storage Cosmos project. On that note, the Nim token sale was recently announced by CoinList, which is a pretty big deal given that CoinList only hosts token sales for high-quality crypto projects. Another Cosmos project called Yumi actually raised $32 million from over 63,000 investors at the end of December as well. Yumi is apparently going to be a DeFi project akin to Aave, except on its own native and interoperable blockchain. You can learn more about Aave using the link in the top right. Anyhow, all of Cosmos's announcements, upgrades, and developments have taken Atom on a tear, but it's only up about 50% since I last covered the project in September. Besides the general weakness we've seen in the crypto market since December, Atom has tried and failed to claim the $45 mark 3 times over the last few months. Unfortunately, this means that it's likely to see a lot of resistance if and when it approaches those levels again. It's not just the crypto market or the technicals that have been keeping Atom down either. For starters, Atom is fairly inflationary. Its annual inflation ranges between 7% and 20% depending on how much Atom is being staked as a percentage of the network. This high inflation is intentional, and its purpose is to disincentivize speculation and incentivize active participation, be it by staking or engaging with other Cosmos blockchains using Atom. Cosmos's target staking percentage is 67%, but as you can see, only around 63% of Atom is being staked. According to the AtomScan Explorer, this slight deviation from the ideal staking percentage corresponds to an Atom inflation rate of over 9% per year. What's odd is that Atom's circulating supply has actually increased by around 25% since August, and this suggests there's more Atom coming from somewhere else. Now, I suspect these additional atoms are coming from Tendermint Inc. and the Interchain Foundation, whose Atom allocations finished vesting last spring. This means they can technically spend their Atom, and if the $1 million hackathon is anything to go by, they've spared no expense to expand the Cosmos ecosystem. Assuming the additional 66 million or so atoms that entered circulation were sold at an average price of $25, that works out to a whopping $1.65 billion of sell pressure, though I imagine much of this Atom was staked rather than sold. Not only that, but there's been quite a bit of demand for Atom ever since the IBC launched last year, and as far as I can tell, most of this demand has been coming from the aforementioned Osmosis DEX. This is primarily because you can't access Osmosis without Atom, since the Osmo coin itself is not available on any centralized exchanges, meaning you must buy Atom and transfer it to Osmosis if you want to access up-and-coming Cosmos projects. Fun fact, exchanges offered to list the Osmo coin, but Osmosis founder Sunny Agarwal told them something to the effect of, if your users want Osmo, tell them to go to the Osmosis DEX. Moreover, some Cosmos projects that do initial DEX offerings on Osmosis only accept Atom as investment, and some Cosmos projects also airdrop their coins to Atom stakers or liquidity providers. Now, if you're curious about where you can find cryptocurrency airdrops, you should check out my video about that using the link in the top right. Now, as far as Atom's price potential goes, it's hard to say. Cosmos is a large cap cryptocurrency as it is, and this means it will be hard for Atom to pull more than a 3 or 4x before the bull market is over. As always, this ultimately depends on the Cosmos roadmap. This was released last July, and it consists of 7 upgrades. There are 5 upgrades remaining, and each one is jam-packed with juicy milestones. The first is the Theta upgrade, which is expected to take place by the end of this quarter, which means the end of March, for anyone wondering. The Theta upgrade will make it possible to modify the liquidity, i.e. coin pairs, in Cosmos's Gravity DEX via governance, and if I understand correctly, it will make it possible to execute transactions in other blockchains connected to the IBC. So, for example, you could sign a transaction in your Osmosis wallet from your Cosmos wallet, making it possible to sign transactions without switching chains in wallets like Kepler. That's pretty impressive, if my interpretation is correct. What's more is the Theta upgrade will make it possible for you to allow other users or applications to sign transactions in any wallets you have on other chains, opening the door to seriously interoperable and seriously decentralized applications. The second upcoming Cosmos upgrade is called Rho, and it's expected to be completed by the end of this year's second quarter, which is of course the end of June. The Rho upgrade will make it possible for Cosmos's governance module to interact with dApps and IBC-enabled blockchains. It'll introduce NFTs to the Cosmos blockchain, and it will also introduce liquid staking. Without getting too technical, liquid staking makes it possible to use staked Atom in decentralized applications, and in Cosmos's case, IBC-enabled blockchains. Now, if that wasn't crazy enough, Rho will introduce the option to redirect a portion of Atom inflation to, say, a community treasury, another IBC-enabled blockchain, or even directly to a decentralized application to provide liquidity. This sounds eerily similar to what Tezos does with its own liquidity banking, and you can learn more about that using the link in the description. I digress. Cosmos's third upcoming upgrade is called Lambda, and it's expected to be completed by the end of Q3, which is the end of September. Lambda will be big, as it includes 3 important things. The first important thing in Lambda is called interchain security, and it will make it possible for Cosmos validators to secure other Cosmos-based blockchains. This is important because one of the biggest barriers to entry for new Cosmos projects is having enough money to secure their blockchains. This is because proof-of-stake blockchains basically derive their security from the total value of the coins being staked. This is why even big Cosmos projects like Osmosis plan on leveraging Cosmos's interchain security when it comes out. The total value locked on the Osmosis DEX is actually larger than the value being staked to secure those funds. This means an attacker could theoretically make pretty profits from manipulating the blockchain, though in practice this would be unlikely to occur for various economic reasons, mainly liquidity. Again, I digress. The second important thing in Lambda is that it will make it possible for the Gravity Bridge and the Gravity DEX to live on their own blockchains. This is important because it will reduce the strain on the Cosmos blockchain and minimize the risk of congestion. The third important thing in Lambda is the introduction of chain name services, which I believe is a sort of decentralized digital identity. This is important because it will make it possible to create more robust governance structures within the Cosmos ecosystem and open the door to things like decentralized credit scores that will allow you to borrow more from DeFi protocols. Now, the fourth and fifth Cosmos upgrades are called Epsilon and Gamma and are expected by the end of the year and in Q1 of 2023, respectively. The milestones within these upgrades are currently not very detailed, though I imagine this will change as we approach them, so do keep an eye out for that. Other Cosmos milestones are noted at the bottom of the roadmap, and these are privacy, smart contracts, and rollups. Unfortunately, no dates or further details are provided for these milestones. Additional Cosmos milestones outside of the roadmap include the release of Sagan, the living testnet I mentioned earlier, the alpha release of Imeris, which is the front end for the Gravity DEX, as well as an Imeris web wallet, which will be the, quote, blockfolio of the interchain. Put simply, the Imeris web wallet will make it possible to interact with multiple cryptocurrency blockchains at the same time, and not just Cosmos-based blockchains either. Speaking of which, Tendermint Inc. CEO Peng Zhang also hopes that Ethereum will enable IBC once it transitions to proof of stake, something that's currently not possible due to the slow transaction finality of proof of work. You can find out when that's going to happen by checking out my most recent Ethereum upgrade, which is, you guessed it, up there in the top right. And now for my concerns about Cosmos. Now, I'll start by saying that Cosmos is one of my favorite cryptocurrency projects, and I'll remind you all that I hold Atom as part of my crypto portfolio. Even so, some parts of the project need some serious improvement, and the first is development. Many of the milestones on the Cosmos roadmap I just mentioned were supposed to be finished last year. Now, while I'm inclined to say that this might just be due to a shortage of developers, a recent report about cryptocurrency developers found that the Cosmos ecosystem has over 1,000 devs and is actually the third biggest project by developers after Ethereum and Polkadot. The only problem is that this impressive figure appears to apply to the entire Cosmos ecosystem and not just the Cosmos blockchain itself. In other words, it's possible that lots of Cosmos developers are working on other crypto projects such as Osmosis, which has attracted a lot of attention and liquidity within the Cosmos ecosystem. This ties into my second concern, and that's competition, specifically from Cosmos's own ecosystem. As Osmosis founder Sunny Agarwal admitted in an interview, the Cosmos ecosystem would likely survive without the Cosmos blockchain, and this is because Cosmos isn't required for all the other Cosmos blockchains to operate, nor is Atom required to pay for transaction fees on those chains. This brings me to my biggest concern about Cosmos, and that's the utility of the Atom coin. Basic economics dictates that for prices to rise, demand must outweigh any new supply, and it seems that Atom is having a hard time maintaining this dynamic. Right now, Atom's primary utility is as the key required to open the door to the Cosmos kingdom, but that's a role that could just as easily be filled by another Cosmos coin that's supported by major exchanges. This means the clock is ticking for the Cosmos devs to create more demand drivers for Atom. Alternatively, the Cosmos community could adjust Atom's tokenomics to minimize sources of new supply, and this seems to be a hot topic in Cosmos's governance forum. Now, for what it's worth, I'm confident that Cosmos will find a way to add value to Atom both inside and outside of its ecosystem, and from where I'm standing, it looks like it's focused on exactly that, the Vega update, for example. I truly believe that 2022 is going to be a big year for Cosmos, so long as we don't enter another crypto winter. If you're wondering whether a crypto winter has already begun, well, you can check out my video about that using the link in the top right. And that's it for today's Cosmos update. If you enjoyed the video, smash that like button to let me know. And remember to subscribe to the channel and ping that notification bell before you go. If you want more from the Coin Bureau, head on over to Coin Bureau Clips to get everything from emergency crypto market updates to live stream bits. You can also follow me on Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram for memes and shit. I also have a Telegram channel where I post daily crypto market updates and a weekly newsletter that's got everything you need if you don't have enough time in the day. And last but not least, there's the Coin Bureau merch store, which has a wide array of crypto-themed sweaters, beanies, and tees. You can find all these resources and more using the links in the description. Thank you, as always, for joining me in this mission. Don't forget to check your leveraged positions. This is Guy bidding you goodbye.